In this video, I'm going to share with you the step-by-step guide on how to start your own online business, because we all know 2020 was a mess. 2021 was like, recovering from all this mess and all these crazy things that happen in the world. And now you're ready. Now you know, okay, I'm ready to do this online game thing, to start my online business. And in this video, I'm going to share with you step-by-step what you need to do so you don't make any mistakes and lose money and time in the process. Okay, so the very first decision you have to do is whether, when you're starting your business, is whether you're going to be selling a product or a service. And right off the bat, let me just tell you, your first 10 grand or your first actually $1,000 that you make online are the hardest, right? In business in general are the hardest. And you don't want to go with something that is hard to sell, right? When you're starting out, having something that you have to be careful of is not to have a lot of fixed cost or a lot of overhead, right? You want it to have as much profit as possible. When you're selling a product, you still need to buy the product, to package it, to modify it the way they want to modify it, to ship it. There's a lot of costs involved. Whereas when you're selling a service, especially when you're selling something that you have right here, your margins for your profit are much higher because you don't have to buy anything, you don't have to package, you don't have to ship it. You just have to say it. You just have to teach it to people. So what I usually recommend, if you're starting out a business online, go with selling a service rather than a product. Because with the service, even if you're not selling your knowledge, if you're actually doing the stuff, if you actually let's say that you start as a VA, a virtual assistant, you're helping someone in their business to answer emails, or or you're just doing something like building a website, or you're doing social media management. So sell a service, because with that, it's easier for you to make the first bucks. It's easier for you to sell it as well than if you're doing the product. One thing that I forgot to mention about the product as well is that when you're selling the product, you have to spend money on marketing for actually getting your product out there. And let me tell you, I made that mistake in the past. When I was first starting out, I did try to sell a product and I failed miserably because it was really hard. I needed to buy the stuff, and then I needed to host it. I needed to, and to buy cheaper, I needed to buy in bulk. So I bought a lot of things in bulk, and then I had to spend on Facebook ads, and then I didn't make a single penny from that business. I actually lost a lot of money. It wasn't until I transitioned to now selling my services that I started to now understand that the profit and the margins are much higher when you're selling a service. Now, having said that, you might be asking, okay, Sally, what services can I go into? Let me give you a list of things that you can do that I've done also in the past that can help you. So the first one, you can actually build websites for businesses. For example, and choose a niche, restaurants or chiropractors or dentists or whatever it is. Choose a niche and then spend a whole week on Wix or on Squarespace playing with the things and see how to build a website, how to best build a website. And you can build a website kind of as an example to show the businesses. So second thing you can do is be a social media manager, right? Brands, online brands, offline brands, they need someone to keep up with their social media, to answer DMs, to answer questions on the comments, to post every single day or every other day. They don't have the time to do this, and they gladly pay someone to do it. And if you're here online, I'm sure that you know exactly how to do a post, right? You don't need to kind of go to college to know how to do that. And I tell you, people pay big bucks for it. So you can either build a website, you can do a social media manager, or you can actually learn how to do marketing. Go on Facebook and learn how to do Facebook ads. Learn how to do Facebook ads to actually bring clients to your clients, and then you can sell those services. Additionally, you can do coaching or basic consultancy. Teach something that you already know, right? And some of you might say, oh, Sally, I'm not an expert on anything. Your experience is your expertise, right? For example, I built a business online, and now because I went through that trouble, because I went through that path and that journey, I now have the expertise because I went through it. It's my experience and it's my expertise. So I can teach people, things to avoid, things to go for, things to do, things to not to do, how to do them, because I went through it and I had to figure it out myself. So for example, if you know how to speak a language, if you know how to do a specific type of baking, like cakes or something, that's something that you can actually teach online. If you're a yoga instructor, if you know how to do Zumba, for example, that's something that you can sell online. So those are the things I recommend you do. Take a piece of paper, write down all the things that you know how to do and all the challenges that you were able to overcome in the past. For example, do you know how to code? Do you know how to build a website? Do you know how to install a certain type of code in a website or something like that? Or do you know how to do pottery? There's something that you know how to do. Do you know how to speak a specific language? Because that is the business that you want to start with. You don't want to go with products because Usually products, you have to invest a lot before seeing any money in return. Okay, second thing you need to do after you decide which business or which thing you're going to focus on is find at least 3 people for you to do the service for at least, 2 to 4 weeks. So for example, let's say that you decide to build the websites for restaurants, then go find friends that you have, or even restaurants that you can build a website for them for free. And you want to find 3 people like that. You want to actually do the service for free for 3 people. Why 3 people and why for free? Because it's a low barrier of entry. They can only say yes. You're doing something for them for free. They only need to pay maybe the hosting. That's it, right? The reason why you do it for free is because then at the end of it, what are you going to exchange for that making that website is a testimonial, right? And they'll gladly say yes because they're not paying any money for it. What you want to ask for is a written testimonial and also a video testimonial. It's going to be very important for you, those testimonials, because you're going to leverage them to get paying clients, right? And also for you as well, as you're starting out, it's good for you because it lowers your anxiety around you providing a service. Because if you go right ahead and start charging for it, you might start feeling, oh my God, I have to do it perfectly. How's it? If you have your first 3 clients, you don't have to stress about it. They're not paying for it anyway. You don't feel like a lot of overwhelmed over it. You feel, okay, I'm doing this for free. It's cool. Let me just test it. It's like a practice run for you to actually understand how to do it, and actually the actual things that target audience actually needs on their website, and things that, clients might ask you for. But the key here, and something that I'm going to say because I live this and this is by experience, the key here is to treat those clients as if they were paying clients. So let's say, for example, you're building them a website, or you're actually managing the social media for them. Ask them, what do they want? Talk with them, what do they want? What is more important for them? So you actually learn the terminology and the things that are mainly their pain points, because those things are going to be very important for you when you try to sell your services to someone else and actually pay money for it. So let's say, for example, that you talk to a restaurant, right? And, they tell you, oh, my biggest pain point is I want people to go to my website and be able to do the booking on the website. And now right? The restaurant owners, that's one of the pain points they want, because they don't want to be all the time answering the phones. They want people to have the flexibility of going online and doing the booking for them. So now when you're done with those beta clients, with those trial clients, when you try to sell the services for a restaurant, now you can actually tell them, oh, and by the way, one of the things that I do when I build a website is not only for, to make a pretty website. Actually, I can build in the functionality of people booking a table online, so that way you don't have to run around and answer calls and making sure that you note things down. The beta phase and the trial phase with your 3 beta clients, or your 3 first free clients, is very, very important. Not only for you to get the experience, but also for you to get the testimonials. And don't forget, ask for both written and also video testimonials. And you can just film it, right? Or ask them to film it on their phone. Okay, so step number 3, the third thing you want to do is now to leverage the power of your experience. First, now you have portfolios. You have things that you can put in your portfolio as well. For example, if you go and approach another business owner, you can say, hey, I did this for this person, right? Because you did for 3 people. So you can leverage the power of the testimonials, the written and the videos, and also the power of your portfolio. Now you have a portfolio of 3 companies and 3 businesses that you work with, that you build a website, or that you manage your social media, or that you did Facebook ads for, whatever you chose to do. And now you can approach businesses and sell the same services. And now comes the fun part. Now you have to contact businesses and ask them if they want your services. And this is the part where a lot of online business and online entrepreneurs, they crumble, because they feel like they get the shiny object syndrome. They try to do different things, but in reality, you need to do volume. You need to do the work. You need to be contacting anywhere between 100 to 100 businesses per week, or even 100 per day if you really, really want it. Make sure that you choose your niche. Make sure that you have a target audience that you're targeting to be able to contact them. I have a whole free crash course on how to get 3 to 5 new clients per month. I'm going to leave the link down below. It's a completely free crash course. You can go and take it, watch the videos, because it's going to actually tell you how to market yourself and how to make sure that you're actually talking to the specific target audience and making sure that you're talking to them in a way that solves their pain point. So yeah, the step number 3 and the final step is to really leverage the power of the testimonials and contact anywhere from 100 a day to 100 a week to make sure that you hit that number, because it's all from there on, it's all a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more business you talk to, the more opportunities you have of actually landing a client. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you like this one, I'm so sure you're gonna love the other video that I just did last week, and I hope that you liked it as well. If you have any questions, make sure to comment below, and don't forget as well to like this video, because that'll help the algorithm god to know that this is something that you are interested in. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.